Hey everyone, how are you? Joe here. Hope everybody is doing well. Feels like I've been pumping out these videos faster than normal. I'm just, going one day at a time here. Whatever I get done or do, I'm sharing with you. So many people out there have been thanking me for diverting their attention even for a few minutes away from everything that's going on. And like I keep repeating to them too, thank you for sending me those comments. I enjoy reading them. A lot of people have been sending me sites to also look at for to calm myself down and to reduce some of the anxiety that I am going through, and I'm sure all of you are going through the same thing. Every morning I have this fantasy that I'm going to wake up and see better news, and it just seems to be getting worse and worse every day. We live in a very small town, and we just got a notice that two people in our town have tested positive for the virus, and it's not unbelievable because of what's going on, but it's a little bit startling. And today, just listening and looking outside, there's no movement. There's nothing going on. I nothing at all, it's an eerie kind of a feeling. Um, but I'm trying not to dwell on it, as I'm sure many of you are trying not to dwell on it as well. But to be honest with you, it's just difficult. I mean, I'm not an ostrich, so I don't like ignoring what's going on. I need to know what's going on. I'm a teacher. I need the facts. I need to know everything. I've been on my Facebook. I've been getting these in my news feed, how to make your own mask, which is well, they're kind of neat. There was a couple of different things. One of them was kind of funny, where a woman put a pair of men's underwear over her head through one of the legs, and then the one leg serves as part of the mask, and then the other leg comes over her head. And you know what? It's not such a bad idea if you really don't have anything. And then I saw another one where somebody took two paper towels, and they folded them. They pleated them, and then took rubber bands and stapled them on the edge so that they could put it on and expand it over their face, which again, in a clench, you have to go to the store. It's a good option. And I saw another one today, which I'm going to try to make, is you take two pieces of fabric, preferably like a cotton kind of a fabric, and again you pleat them, and you sew along, the three edges. Now, unfortunately, my sewing machine is not working, so I'm not going to be able to do that. So I have to figure out how I'm going to, close that. But then on the inside, because it makes a pocket, you open it up and you take a baby wipe or a sani wipe, and you let it dry out completely because it's not woven, and you can slip it in between the two pieces of material, and it can serve as a filter for that. And then you put the same thing, you put the rubber bands on it, or some kind of cording so that wraps around your ear. So I think I'm going to attempt trying to make that, because we may have to go to the ShopRite today or tomorrow for a couple of things. And there especially, people don't understand the social distancing. They're like all over the place, and they keep touching everything. And I watch them. I see how many people touch their face and touch their nose and then touch things, and they don't get it. They're not getting it. So I'm planning on wearing a mask, and I'm planning on wearing gloves, and try to just be as prepared as I can possibly be. Okay, so anyway, on to what this is about today. This video is about the sofa table, and it's a quick video. It's a little bit that I put together, and then probably tomorrow I'll be putting out another video how I'm going to just lighten up this room and make it a little bit more spring-like. Okay, everybody, so it's great seeing you. I hope everybody's doing okay, and I'll be talking to you soon. So take care of yourself. I'm going to try to use these two evergreens here, and I'm going to try to unchristmatize them by using other leaves and stuff. So I have to work on this a little bit. Let me see what I'm going to do here. I started by putting this bunny up on the top of each one. It's actually like a big, it's like a stake. And so I just tied it into the back of the tree. All right, so I went ahead and I finished this, and you know what? It is not up to my standards, but you know what? I had to do it. I had to work with what I had, and whatever, so it's okay, and but not wonderful, but I'll show you anyway. So that's where I left off. I showed you I had put that stake in there. So then the next thing I did was I actually went in and put in some greenery in here because I wanted it to look less Christmassy than anything. I then proceeded to put in eggs. Some of them, are with like little hooks on them. Some of them are picks. I just stuck them in. And then it still didn't look like Eastery enough. So I went in and I stuck in this Easter hay. I had this pink Easter hay that I found upstairs in my Easter bins, and I stuck that in. Now, is it a mess? Yes, it's a mess. But like I said, I had to use what I had. So here is the little Easter tree. I made two of them, and I'll show you where I'm going to put them in a second. So that's, the best I could do. It's a little bit crummy, I know, but it'll serve its function. And like I said, unfortunately, nobody's really going to be seeing it. So it's just between you and me. We're the only people seeing it right now. So I'm going to be working on the sofa table to the entrance of the family room. And it's about, I don't know, maybe about 10 feet or so away from the entrance foyer table. So this is going to have a little bit of whimsy on it because, like I said, if you saw my other videos, I don't have I can't believe I don't have a lot of Easter stuff. I have a lot of eggs, and I'm trying to cut down on the extravaganza of eggs. So I'm using what I have, and I'm not really putting a lot out. So although I'm gonna springify the rest of this room, it's gonna have very little Easter, so to speak. It'll have it here, and I might do a little something on the mantle. But okay, so let me get started. I'm yapping too much. I think I'm starting with this green dish here. That might change in a second, but I think I'm starting there. So I wanted to share it with you. All right, so I went into my rustic Christmas tree bin, and I had like four bird houses, and they were painted Christmas looking. Now I don't have that much craft paint. I only had pink, beige, white, and green and black. So I tried to make the best of this. In fact, Marianne was on the phone with our cousin Mary Beth. Hey, Mary Beth. While I was painting this, and Marianne kept saying, "He's ruining it. He's just ruining it. He's just ruining it." So, Mary Beth, this is what Marianne was talking about, and it must have about 400 coats of pink and beige and black and white and whatever. And you know what? I figured this is it. Whatever it is, it is. And I'll just try to make the best of it. So I'm going to try to manipulate it down there. So I wanted this height difference between the two birdhouses. So I went and I got this little, in my candle storage, I found this. Now I just have to hide that red candle part and try to make it kind of look more branch-like. So I have to go around looking for something now. I hot glued on a daffodil, and I don't know what that flower is, but another yellow flower, and then some leaves around the outside so that it can serve as a stand for that birdhouse. All right, so I put a bird in, and I put some moss that I have left, a little bit I have left, around those two birdhouses. Super simple down on this shelf of this box. Right, it's the right color. It's just not coming out right with the bird on the flowers. And I found this little thing here. I don't know what I'm going to put in there yet. Maybe a candle. I'm not quite sure. And then really simple here, just put another birdhouse here, and I put another birdhouse over there, and I have to find a yellow flower just so that it echoes the other side. And there you go, I found one. So if you caught my last video, the table in the foyer, you know I pieced together a bunch of these pieces, and I actually just found this. It was wrapped up in, excuse me, in one of the Easter baskets. So I put it here, I cut it to size, and it's going to serve as my base for the top of this table. Oh, by the way, what I did here was I just put 2 books, and for those of you that follow me, you'll recognize those books. I painted the book cover in the fall, I stenciled it, but it's green leaves, and I think it's just fine for the spring too, because it's light. All right, let me do this top part right here. I'm going to start by putting this bunny in here. Now, actually, he's battery powered. His arms open and close, but I didn't get the batteries for it yet. But I'm going to put him right there in the middle on this table. Next are my 2 Easter trees on each side of him. But notice I have to go and find some moss or something to cover those up. And I finished it off on each side with a basket and a little bunny. On both sides there's a pink one there and a more purpley one there with some eggs and moss, and actually there's some Christmas garland in the bottom of that to push that all up, because you know I got plenty of that. And then down here I just put some of that Easter hay because I couldn't find any other moss or anything upstairs, so I had to use that. So this is the table as you enter into the family room. So it's kind of springy, and it says Easter, and I'm kind of happy with the way those little birdhouses turned out, to be honest with you. All right, everybody, so once again, thank you for stopping by to spend some time with me, and I hope you enjoyed this little video. And like always, I hope everybody is doing okay, staying safe, following all the guidelines. They're slowly closing down a bunch of states, and actually it's the best thing right now to try to stop the spread of this virus. So once again, you know I love hearing from you, and until next time, I'll be seeing you really soon. I'm going to be working on the little hutch that's in the family room next, I believe. Okay, everybody, take care and be safe. Bye-bye.